Okay. All right. Guys, are you able to see the screen with the interview etiquette? Guys, please answer. Now? No, is it? Okay. I think it's okay now. Right. Guys, take a moment, just read through it, and then speak up. Don't message. I won't be able to check the messages right now. Um, Speak up and let me know if we have covered everything yesterday. Ashwini, right. Are you able to see what's on the screen? Okay. Did we cover everything? Really? I think we missed on a couple of pointers today. Okay. In the list of things, part of interview etiquette, we have something, take the water. What do you think it means? Diana, what do you think it means? Speak up, please. What do you think take the water means? Okay. Anyone else? Okay. Just relax. Okay. All right. Then, anyone else? Sorry, da? Okay. All right. To make you calm down, make you relaxed. Yes. Uh, it is actually, there are three things that we can talk about. One is during an interview, if they offer you water, what do you do? That's the question here. My suggestion is you take the water. You accept, if it is water, please accept. Have a glass of water for your benefit. Having a glass of water is for your benefit. How? One, when they offer water, say, accepting that is manners, one thing. The second thing is it is a property that you can use if you have to think for a moment, not for a minute, but for a moment. If you have to take a breather, just to think a little bit about what the question was, then you can take the glass of water, have a sip, and keep it down. You get your moment. You can think about the question and then start answering. This is one more reason. And then the third reason is already mentioned by you, to relax you, to calm yourself. Have a little water, and then you everything is fine. Nervousness is gone. So that's the reason we have clearly mentioned here as take the water under interview etiquette. Please accept a glass of water. There's no problem in it. If it is like something else, some food or coffee, then it is up to you. But then for water, you'll always say yes, right? And basic, yes, yes, yes. Go ahead. Someone wanted to ask something about this. Okay. The next thing is basic overall manners. Guys, what do you think is basic overall manners during an interview? Hello? Obedience, Ara. Kandipa illada. Yeah, no, no, I'll explain. I'll explain. Starting? Sorry, starting? Hmm. Yeah, what are those manners is what we are discussing. See, before that, a gentleman mentioned obedience, right? See, obedience is not actually expected, right? The thing expected is going one step, further. Obedience is someone is telling you something and then you do that. Someone is telling you something, you do that. That's obedience. When in corporate world, that's not expected because that is the basics. You'll be assigned a task, you'll have to complete it. Just that you don't give a reason for it. But then otherwise, obedience have nothing to do with manners at all. You will use your rational thinking brain and decide for yourself. And in terms of interview manners, go ahead. Everything you do, right? Whatever your behavior is, that is part of your manners, right? So, what are the stuff that you think will be part of manners during an interview? Anyone? Okay. Right. Absolutely. Yes. What else? Sorry, ma. Can you repeat? Sorry, I didn't hear you properly. Sorry. Can you repeat again? Hmm. Yeah. Be professional in terms of how you respond, also in terms of how you sit, what's your posture is. These are manners. Yes, they are body language as well, but then yes, manners in terms of how you treat others, in terms of the importance given, in terms of um, looking somewhere else when they're asking you question itself is not manners. Even though it is eye contact, even though it is body language, it will be perceived as this person doesn't have proper manners. So manners is part of body language and eye contact. Yes, right. So these are basics. Take care of that. And then the last two, ask questions and send a thank you note. During campus hiring, you don't have to send a thank you note. That's not necessary. But then if you are attending interviews elsewhere, right? You're going alone, you're taking up an interview somewhere, and then once the interview is over, on the way back or once you're home, send them a mail, not a message, not a WhatsApp message, nothing like that. Send a mail to their official ID, thanking them for their time, thanking them for their for the opportunity for you to be there, present your profile. So you'll just send them a thank you note. That is well appreciated. And then ask questions. What are the questions that you will have to ask? So that is a question that you'll have to start thinking right now. For me, I will have to come up with at least six, seven questions before hitting an interview. I should have so many questions at least before hitting an interview, because by the end of the interview, most of your questions will already been already been answered, right? So you will have to come up with at least two, three questions to ask them. So do a research about the organization and do research about the industry. Once you start doing this research, you will have a lot of doubts. These doubts are your questions. Write down your doubts and you can ask them. I hope it makes sense. You guys have to do that. Unless otherwise you do some research, I don't think you will be coming up with any smart questions. So please do that, right? So we'll move on. Hmm. Dress code. Um, Ladies, I leave it to you guys. Just be professional. I don't think I will be in a position to elaborate much on it. But if you have questions, please do ask. But for guys, I would appreciate if you can read the second bullet point. Keep it subtle, right? Just read through that, please, all of you, all the guys. Yeah, I'm very, very particular about what you wear. Do not wear anything dark, in dark shade. Do not wear anything gaudy or bright, right? Try to be subtle and pleasant. How do you be subtle? Wear light colored shirts, preferably a white shirt or light blue color shirts. Preferably. If you don't have them, maybe go for some other color, but very light, very pleasant. Definitely no, don't go for dark colors. Red, brown, orange. దయవు సెంచి వేణం. I beg you, don't go there. And use a deodorant or a perfume. Not too strong, but use it. Please do. Don't go there sweaty uh, and have be properly groomed. That's important, right? So these are the points that you will have to think about when it comes to dress code. And carry a tissue or a handkerchief. That will be very handy. Okay. Here are some questions that we may have to discuss. Okay. Can you guys read it, or is it too small? Is it okay now? Okay. Now it's up to the class to ask me questions. Which question should we discuss? Guys, I'm asking you. Please ask. Point at a question. We'll discuss about that. Right. Where would you like to be in your career 5 years from now? Okay. When when you think about this question, right? What can be the honest answer? How many of you have plans to do higher studies? How many of you have plans to go abroad? So I'm not asking rhetorical questions, guys. I want you guys to, think about it for a minute and then respond to me. The reason is when you have a plan about your higher studies or going somewhere or doing something else, then it's better not to lie in an interview. Which means when this question is asked, where would you like to be in your career 5 years from now? The possible answer can be about what you learn in the job, what your skill sets will be technically, what you want in terms of your technical ability after those many years. The reason is, what if you tell them that I want to do my higher studies and I want to travel uh, abroad, to continue my career. If you are specific that way, then that will be detrimental for your career, that for your opportunity there. So better answer in a way that it is building on what you want to learn and stuff like that. Or if you don't have a plan to move abroad or do higher studies, then you can tell them that I want to stay here for many years and then learn. I want to be a team leader. I want to handle a team. You can say those things if you don't have a plan. But if you have a plan, you don't have to lie to them stating about your longevity and stuff. So that's what I'm saying. Try to start with I want to become a subject matter expert in the chosen field or in your profile. I want to be the expert. I want people to come to me in terms of technical ability, in terms of technical clarification, technical suggestion, technical help. I want them to come to me. So you can put it that way. That is something which um, is going to help. But then 5 years is a long time. Then they're not going to remember anything, but just that when you are taking up the interview, just be prepared. All right. Any other questions? Yes. Hmm. Uh, I think I have discussed this in my previous classes. Anyone remember? Arun? Arun Raja? ஞாபகம் Right. Why should we hire you? இது அப்புறம் what can you do for us that other candidates can't? இது எல்லாத்துக்கும் கிட்டத்தட்ட ஒரே ஆன்சர் தான். in the see, just think about it. What can you answer for why should we hire you? நீங்க உங்க பாசிட்டிவ் சொல்ல போறீங்களா உங்க நெகட்டிவ் சொல்ல போறீங்களா? Obviously your positives, obviously your strengths, obviously what you bring to the table. Yeah, that is what you will answer. But then when you say that, let's say நேத்து டிஸ்கஸ் பண்ணது தான் நினைக்கிறேன் இந்த பாயிண்ட். Why should we hire you போது நான் வந்து I'm a hard worker, smart worker. I perceive and achieve things. I plan my day properly. I have a both short term and long term plans, and I stick to my plans. I implement my plans very well. So இந்த மாதிரி என்ன வேணா நீங்க சொல்லலாம். But at the same time, how do you prove them that you have those skills? How will you confirm to them that you do have those strengths, you do have those abilities, you do have those skills? How do you confirm, make them understand that you are not lying? How do you tell them that it is not just words that is coming out of your mouth, but honestly you are having such strengths, having those abilities and skills? How will you communicate that from your past? இல்லையா? Imagine a scenario. கதை தான், என் லைஃப்லலாம் இந்த மாதிரி நடக்கல. ஸோ ஐம் ஜஸ்ட் டெல்லிங் யூ. ஸோ the same question is asked to me, let's say, and I'll start answering like I'm a very positive person. If I can plan something on a long term, I will stick to my plan. I will implement my plan to the T and achieve that. This is my strength. This is my ability. Okay, yeah. If I'm gonna stop here, then this can be anyone else also. The same answer can be given by anyone else also. But then I will draw some kind of experience from my life and then share so that I can prove my point. How do we do that? For example, during my 11th standard, I asked my father the same example I used in class. Da Arun, என்னடா பண்றீங்க? Hmm. Right. So okay. So now what did I, what I asked my father to get me a bike, get me something, right? Now my father said, டு ஹெல் வித் யூ, நீ படிக்கிற லட்சணத்துக்கு இது வேற ஒரு டிஸ்ட்ராக்ஷன், அவனுக்கு சான்ஸே இல்லைன்னு சொல்லிட்டார். ஸோ வாட் டிட் ஐ டூ? ஐ ensured that I did well over the next 6 months. I had a plan. I stuck to the plan. I woke up early. I did my you know uh, regular implemented my study schedule. I revised whatever it is. You can say whatever you want to, and at the end of it, I got wonderful marks in my 11th final. So then I asked my father, and my father was happy to buy me whatever I asked for. So yeah, now what am I proving here? That um, என்னோட ஸ்ட்ரென்த் என்ன சொன்னனோ அதை நான் I'm matching it with my life experience. Okay, so I achieved something. So that's what I mean. I achieved something following my strengths. This is what you're gonna tell them. But உங்க 11th certificates கொடுங்கன்னு கேட்பாங்க. சரியா? So you can't lie. If you want to say something, if you want to share a story, just ensure that there is some kind of backup story for it, backup proof for it. Because if it is 11th or 10th or plus 2 marks, they will definitely ask for a proof. So be prepared for that. If it is something else, I'm just giving you an example. It need not be a big story or anything specific. But then you have a strength, and this is an opportunity for you to share your experience from your life where you achieved something using those strengths. That's all. That's how you'll answer. Why should I hire you? That's how you'll answer. So just giving the strengths, just giving the abilities will not be the complete answer. Giving the strengths and abilities and skills along with your experience from life, some kind of proof, then it completes the answer. I hope I answered your question. அருண் இப்ப கிளியராடா? மறக்க மாட்டியா? ம். எல்லாத்துக்குமே. What are your strengths? Why should I hire you? Uh, அப்புறம் what இன்னொருத்தருக்கு பதிலா there was another question here. What can you do for us that other candidates can't? இது எல்லாத்துக்குமே கிட்டத்தட்ட இதே மாதிரி தான் ஆன்சர்ஸ். Yeah, right. So வேற என்ன question? Yes, relocate. Hmm. இதுக்கு you will have to be very honest. Um, you can't say you're willing to relocate and after 1 month if they ask you to move to Bangalore and you say no, அப்போ இன்டர்வியூல நீங்க போய் சொன்னீங்களான்ற மாதிரி ஆகும். But at the same time, they might ask just to find out if you are flexible enough. So you can give them an honest answer. You can say, you know, I am willing to relocate if you are really willing to relocate. Okay. So and if you want to be very specific to this answer, you can also say I am willing to relocate, but um, it depends on where. Okay, you can be specific about it. The reason is, what if they relocate you to some kind of um, remote places across India, somewhere in India, remote place somewhere. So not everyone is okay with that, and you can't fight it out from the organization internally because you will not be actually asked. You'll be forced to go there. So you'll have a clash. You'll have a problem, dispute there. So to avoid that, just be very open about it, but at the same time, don't be so rigid. You will be flexible, but at the same time, it depends on where. Just lying, plainly lying, they will find out. எல்லாத்துக்கும் ஓகே சொல்றான்டா அவன் அப்படின்ற மாதிரி. So that's not going to help. Right. Any other questions? Right. I'll have to come back to the. Just a second, please. Right. Right. So we were discussing about conducting group discussion for a couple of groups today. Um, which are all the groups? Right. And there is no group yet for you, Arun. Huh? Right. You wanna pick up people from here? You can choose. That'll be difficult. Anyone else who wants to join Arun Raja's team of group discussion for a group discussion? Anyone else? Bhargav, okay. Right, right. ஏன் வரமாட்டான்? கல்யாணம், ஓகே. வெளில போய் சண்டை போட்டுக்கிறாரே. இல்லையே. ஏன்? எடுத்துக்கோ. நீ அவங்கள்ட்ட பேசிட்டு 2 பேரும் எடுத்துக்கோ. ஒண்ணும் பிரச்சனை இல்ல. ரைட். சரி, ஓகே. நீங்க டிசைட் பண்ணிட்டு எனக்கு கன்ஃபார்ம் பண்ணி அனுப்புங்க. ஆம், அந்த குரூப் யார் அனுப்பிச்சது? டயனா அனுப்பிச்சாங்களா? ரைட். டயனா, டாக் டு அருண், ஃபைண்ட் மியூச்சுவல் Point. Agree to agree. Don't disagree with, on this. அவருக்கு 2 பேர் வேணும்னா குடுத்துருங்க. கம் அப் வித் ஸ்கெட்யூல். நீங்க டயனா 5 o'clock சொல்லியிருக்கீங்க இல்லையா? ஓகே. அருண் ராஜா எத்தனை மணிக்கு? சரி, ஓகே. சரி, ஓகே. கிவ் மீ த லிஸ்ட் அகைன் டயனா. அருண் நீங்களும் உங்க லிஸ்ட் ஷேர் பண்ணுங்க. ஓகே. எனிஒன் எல்ஸ்? எனி அதர் குரூப் ஃப்ரம் திஸ் கிளாஸ்? Okay. All right. Arun and Diana, please respond once you finalize on the list and the time. Right? Okay. We'll see you on Monday then. Thank you. And mark your attendance, all of you. Okay. Yeah. Thank you.